Hello everybody, it's me, Sonia. I'm coming to you with another video. This video is just to share with you a shirt that I designed using my Cricut design application along with the Cricut Explore Air 2. And yeah, so I wanted to share it with you guys so that you can see how easy it is to design your own apparel. I went to Michael's yesterday and bought several pieces for my little girl. I bought different t-shirts, different colors. They seem pretty good for the summertime. This little girl of mine, she wanted some new shirts, and instead of going out to like buy the shirts that are already designed in the store, I thought I would just come home and design them myself with, of course, her creative input. And so she gave me a few ideas of which she wanted on her shirts. I've already completed one of them, and it's a Mickey Minnie. That was something that I wanted to do for her, but I have 3 more that I need to do, and I wanted you guys to walk along with me and see the process. The reason it's taken me a little while to go ahead and put something on the channel about the 2 after I submitted that first video is because I needed to learn the design application a little more. I was familiar with Adobe Illustrator back in school, and I did a little bit using Photoshop and those 2 platforms through the Creative Cloud, but I really just wanted to know that Cricut design application, and it's very similar. As a matter of fact, they seem to be the same idea, vector images and the like, but nevertheless it's a lot of rambling. The guys are picking up trash on the outside, and all that noise is coming through the window, and it sounds like it's coming straight at me. But my neighbors are throwing away mattresses. There's 2 guys lifting up on the mattresses, throwing them behind the dump truck. So, but nevertheless, I'm excited about it. I think this is going to be an awesome opportunity. I look forward to putting some designs and some different things on the channel for Dare to Share, and it kind of helps me with purchasing new books. I know we've been reading that awesome book, Rediscovering Kingdom Worship. Oh my goodness, man, I'm like in love with that book. I don't pick it up again. I kind of like give myself a break in between it because it's so much information to kind of meditate on, you know. So I'm giving myself a little break in between these 2 chapters that I just uploaded. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to share with you what I've learned utilizing the program Cricut Design Space, and I hope you find it beneficial. Keep in mind you can use Adobe Illustrator to do these very same things, so you don't have to have a Cricut for that purpose, for the design purpose, but you do need something that will cut vinyl, and the Cricut is one machine that does it. There's another one called Silhouette, and you just have to do some research. Just do a Google search for vinyl cutting machines. There's different ones out there. I went with something that was most affordable for me, and I got mine off of one of those shopping network channels, and it was like a few dollars, like I say a few dollars, but maybe like 50 or 60. I don't remember exactly how much, but it wasn't that expensive for me to pay it by the month while I was in college, so it worked out fine for me. So let's get started. So once you're on the internet, log into Design Space, Cricut Design Space, and from here you'll launch into your canvas along with different projects that you may have started, or you can start a new project if you would like to from here. Also, Cricut does provide so many different templates where you can automatically make your own project from here, but For the sake of this video, we're just going to go into designing a t-shirt. In this video, you're going to see that basically all it is text manipulation. On the canvas, you have different tools. But for me, mostly what I'm using here is just the text option, as you can see here. And being that my little girl is a 3rd grader, she and her classmates, they listen to this watered down version of this song, and I'm sure you guys probably have heard it. Watch me whip, watch me nay nay. I like the catchphrase, however, I wanted to make certain that it would be something that would be kid friendly. And since she's in the 3rd grade, I thought that I would put something about that in that little catchphrase. So this is what we came up with: watch me whip, watch me nay nay, watch me whip, the 3rd grade. And now from here, basically, it's just manipulating that text to be catchy, to be fun and eye-catching, and to make it something that a kid would want to wear. And trust me, when I finished the design of that shirt, she absolutely loved it. She wanted to wear that shirt to school the next day. What you're seeing here is the manipulation of the text. Cricut does offer you the option to use Cricut design fonts, or you can use your system fonts that automatically come with your computer system. If you wanted to add additional fonts for a project, you could visit a website called defont.com. I did do that in this little project, and I did download to my computer a couple of different fonts that I thought were very neat and very catchy, and so I used those here. And basically, it's just manipulating the text back and forth, back and forth. It's your designer's eye. Now, the design software, the Canvas, allows you to place the text, hide the text. You can shrink the text. You could do so much with it. I think it's most similar to, like I said earlier, the Adobe platform. There was a few things that I had to get comfortable with, and that was slicing and welding. So the word watch, where you saw me manipulate the letters ATCH, that was a form of welding. And the words nay nay, where you see me cutting out and manipulating the letters, the text in such a way, that is slicing. And so it was there was a learning curve, and once I got the hang of it, it seemed like it was second nature, and I really enjoyed this project. Now on the right side of the screen where it says My Projects, Save or Make It, and then the layers, Cricut works in layers, and that's exactly what Photoshop does also. So that's where the familiarity came in for me. And working in layers, I knew that I could manipulate each individual alphabet if I wanted to. With Cricut, where there's the little circle with the scissors inside the circles, you could actually tell that to either cut it, write it. There's a couple of other things that you could command that it does, but that's how you would alter the command. In addition, you could hide letters by, just like in Photoshop, you can hide or display different parts of your project while you're working on the canvas. I found that to be very beneficial. Also, duplicating without having to retype everything over and over. The duplicate feature was very, very good for me to use because it made it go a little quicker. After probably a few minutes of just moving things and replacing things, the duplicate feature became like my best friend, because towards the end of the project, I really wanted to have that saying, like a portion of it on the back of her t-shirt. And so I didn't have to recreate it all from scratch. I just literally duplicated that portion of the shirt. And yeah, it was very neat to do it that way. Something else, grouping allowed me to easily move the project as one complete unit instead of having to move little small sections. As I got towards the end of my project, I could group the entire portions and move it as one unit, and that made it easy to manipulate. In addition, it made it easy to print at the very end. I learned that on the Cricut, if you don't make it move as one complete unit, then the Cricut will work in conservation mode for the material that you will use. So like for this particular project, it's vinyl. And so if I don't tell this thing to move all of my project as one complete unit, the Cricut will seek to conserve, and it will place my project in any way that will conserve the material. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh no, I can't allow it to do that. So I went back on the canvas and began to manipulate the text a little more. And once I had the specific arrangement that I wanted for this particular project, that's when I laid a shape on the back side of the project and attached everything to that shape. And now I was able to have the majority of the project the way that I wanted it laid out on my t-shirt. Now we're moving right here towards the printing phase, and so as you can see to the left, there's 2 mats that I'm going to need to use in order to get this to print. And right here I'm showing you, I wish I would have had the footage to show you as it was being cut. The next project that I do, I promise I will capture that footage where you can see the Cricut machine. Here I'm showing you the vinyl. I just got the vinyl off of Amazon, Siser Weed Vinyl. Here's the mat. It's a little tacky, and so I keep that glossy paper over it to maintain that stickiness. And once you get your vinyl attached to the mat, it's as simple as passing the mat with the vinyl on it through the Cricut machine and letting the machine do all the cutting for you. And it is so awesome. Another portion of the project that I didn't capture but I want to tell you about is the weeding process. And this is the part where you remove all the negative space, all the parts that you don't want to go on the shirt. And I wish I would have captured that also, but I promise on my next project, which will be very soon, I will definitely show that to you so that you can see how easy this is to create. Custom design shirts from start to finish. And here is her shirt. Watch Me Whip the 3rd grade. Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay is on the front side of the shirt. It was a fun project. I'm going to share with you a second project. What I do after I'm done is I fold it and put it neatly on her bed to surprise her. That happened. The temperature settings, 325 or I think it's 325 for 15 seconds. There's so many different elements to doing this, but it goes so fast. You just have to jump into it and do it for yourself. I mean, it's so easy. This was just to share with you what I've done so far with the machine. I know that I'm going to get some questions about being a little bit more explanatory in the whole process. I'm going to break this up and share with you each segment so that if you are interested in making custom design t-shirts, you will be able to do this yourself also. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. Check the description box below for a detailed description of a lot of what I used for this project. As always, this is Sonia saying I wish the best for you and your family always. You guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Bye.